welcome Deadzone. This is this Way to Fire YouTube video where today we'll be playing the Breakthrough Mission 2.0 and we'll be taking 200 points. I'll be taking the Asterians and...
I'll be taking Rebs.
Do you want to introduce who you are? Actually, I haven't even done that.
I'm me. I'm Ross.
This is Ross Diggle. I'm Andy Sharp.
I'm pretending to be Ian Davis. Well, Ian Davis wearing his little trophy.
He's got his trophy on. And what's your Deadzone blame for, Ross?
Being a top bloke.
It is, wasn't it?
Yeah.
What's it being a top bloke?
Yeah.
Best in show award, wasn't it?
My beauty's spectacular.
Yeah. Best loser.
Yeah, well, we won't go there.
Having said that, I didn't win anything.
You picked up after Hal left. Hal, get on it.
Yeah, come on.
When you're editing this.
There'll be fireworks now. Right, let's come back and have a look at the armies. This is my Asterians I'll be bringing. I have a Black Talon Prime, 2 Black Talons. I have a Cypher Specialist with Light Missile Launcher. I have 1 Marionette. I have 1 Cypher Warden, just to try him out really. I have 2 normal Cyphers. I have a support drone with double no rifles and 3 Kalishi, and that is 200 points of Asterians.
I've got an Indige Commander with a smoke grenade and combat blades. I've got 2 Crow Warriors with combat blades. I've got 2 Rebel Teratons. I've got 2 Rebel Snipers. I've got a Sorak. I've got a Indige. And then I've got 4 Rebel Troopers.
Right, so here's the table at the start of turn 1. So we're playing a modified Breakthrough, version 2.0, which you'll have seen on the previous images. So the idea here is that we have a baseline deployment for both sides. I won a recon by 1, so I've managed to look at some items, and I've deployed my models here, making most use of that terrain there, just hiding behind this building. And Ross has deployed on his side of the table, which we'll come to in a second. So here's Ross, he's put his stuff down here, and he's made some scout moves already with both his Craw and his Indige. That's your Indige commander, isn't it, there?
Yeah.
Yep, and then he's got another Indige up there with another Craw behind. So they just move forwards, but they're all staying well hidden to avoid those Kalishi shooting. And Kalishi shooting, Asterian shooting. So these are our command dice for round 1, and this is after the rerolls. You can see that I got the blue dice, so the Asterian's on the blue dice, so 2 shoots, 2 extra dice. And Ross, with his Rebs, has 2 extra activations, a splat, which for his Indige is going to be the one that makes you hide, and he's got 1 extra dice as well. So first activation, the support drones have moved up there, and he's going to take a shot at that Craw. He can just see poking through the doorway. So he's going to get extra dice for height, and we're going to see how he does. I'm hitting on 5s. I'm throwing an extra dice at that to shoot, and Ross is throwing extra dice to survive. So 5 dice, hitting on 5s. Just 2, which is pretty poor, really.
Which is probably enough.
So let's see how the Craw does. What are you going to get?
6s.
Oh, he gets 2!
Oh!
Right, well, I didn't like that, so I'm going to spend an extra shoot dice. I want to kill that Craw. I've come across Craw before, and they are actually quite good. So I'm going to do that, and I'm actually going to spend that extra dice as well. So an extra shoot and extra dice. And we are going to also be on the same again. So 3, 4, 5 dice, 1 for the height and 1 for the extra dice. That's a little bit better than 4 at the moment. And then this one will be re-rolled as the 8. Oh dear. Another 8. It's the blue dice with the 8s again.
Can I use your dice?
2, 4, 6. 6 dice.
Should I even bother rolling?
Yes, do bother rolling. Okay.
I got none.
You got none that time. Right, that's 1 dead Craw. 1 victory point to me. So I've just moved this Asterian Cypher up, and I'm going to try a slightly speculative shot at that Indige Infiltrator who's moved up, because he is his leader, and I'd quite like to kill that. Now, obviously, that smoke is there, so whilst it's not going to completely obstruct the view, it'll be -1 for the surrounding smoke. So I'm going to get 3 dice normally. -1, though, takes me down to just 2 dice, but I am hitting on 3s, so I really do need some 8s, though. 1 hit. Okay, so do you want to... What's your save on that?
5.
5 on 3 dice. So he saves that, and I will leave it there, I think. I don't want to take any more of that. So Ross moved one of his Teratons up there and found a frag grenade. He then played an extra activation and moved the second Teraton across here and picked up another item, which is a Medipack, which I think he's quite pleased about. Are you pleased about that? Ooh, here he is.
Yeah, although you'll just toxic smoke scream me again.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Filthy Asterians.
So this Cypher has moved forward. He's picked up that frag grenade that's there. He's then going to shoot down through the gap there at the Territon in blue that you can see at the back there. So 3 dice hitting on 3s, just straightforward. This is the one with the medipack, so I'd really like to do a decent amount of damage. Well, 2 hits is unlikely to do much because you have armour and tough. We didn't save any.
No.
But you do have armour and tough, don't you?
I do.
So Ross just moved this craw up, found a ammo token up there. He then played his army splat, so he's invisible to shooting for this turn. Obviously that'll go at the end of the round. And then he's moved up this Indige that you can just about see at the back there. We'll just zoom in so you can see him. There he is, just poking around. And he's going to try a shot at my Asterian, who's moved up behind this wall. Right, so 3 dice hitting on 5s, is it?
It is. 1.
Alright, 1. Well, I do need to make a save, so let's do that.
Armour, yeah.
Oh, I've got armour, I didn't need to make a save, but I saved them all anyway. So this Asterian, so this Kalishi's moved to the top of the building because he's got movement 2 for a short action. He's then going to fire across at the Indige Infiltrator. He still gets -1 because he's still catching some of that smoke there. So with 1 plus extra dice for height, -1, he ends up being on 3 dice hitting on 5s. Oh, that's not bad. So we've got 2 at the moment, one of which is an 8. So we'll re-roll this one. 2 hits. So saving against those, Ross. 1 at the minute.
One piece of Jesus.
Just 1. No pizza Jesus
No
for you.
Jesse, you stole pizza Jesus.
So actually, after doing a wound on his leader, I quite fancy trying to take him out. So I'm going to try an extra shot with the same guy. So again, 3 dice, hitting on 5s for a Kalishi. Oh, 2, one of which is an 8 again. 2. So let's see how you do this time, Ross.
My dice aren't as bent as Andy's.
These blue ones are good. 1. He's done. So Indige Infiltrator is dead on round 1.
You killed a space monkey.
So Ross has moved up this sniper who's found some AP armour, AP ammo, sorry, which is an item, and going to use it anyway, even though he doesn't need it from the AP, to shoot at my Kalishi up here. Okay, so you can get +2 dice for a sniper scope and 1 extra dice for the AP ammo. Ouch, ouch, ouch. So the 8s in the tray. That's a lot. I've just got 3 dice to survive on those. Very unlikely to survive this, I think. Oh, well, we got 2, but that's not enough. That's 1 dead Kalishi. So this Black Talon has moved up. He's going to try a shot over at the sniper who's just moved into range. So 3 dice hitting on 3s. 3. Well, that'll do for starters. Surviving on 6s for a sniper, I believe.
It is.
Oh, he's nearly done.
Ooh.
Oh, takes a wound. That's still a pretty good result for a Rebs sniper. So Ross has just moved that Sorak up into cover. And then I am going to move my Cypher Warden forwards and stand him here in this cube. And I'm going to look at this item, because I know what that one is because I could see it before on my scout roll, and it's an intel, so I gain a victory point for that. So I'm going to move another Black Talon up. It's like a Black Talon tag party here, isn't it? Look at that. They're going to move up there, and he's going to try again to try and do what the other one failed to do before, which is take out that Reb sniper. So, yeah. 3 dice, hitting on 3s. And that's another 8.
Not bent them dice at all, are they, Andy?
So 3. I just bought them. Online.
Bought them from weighteddice.com.
Yeah. Oh, that would be dead now. So Ross has got a couple of troopers up there. One of them's just moved up as well. And then I'm going to move this Kalishi here, who can shoot through that gap onto one of those. There we go. We can just about see one of those Rebs at the back there. So we'll get a 1 point extra for height. So we'll be rolling 4 dice, hitting on 5s.
Dice.
Another 8. Another 8. Right, even I'm getting a bit embarrassed about these now. So 3 hits with that Kalishi's bow.
And I'll roll 2 2s and a 1 this time.
Yeah.
Close.
Go on, Diggle.
I got mine from bentdice.com too, but I roll low ones for some reason. I'm an idiot.
That'll be a dead Reb. Bye-bye, Mr. Reb. So as expected though, Ross has moved his second Reb sniper up behind that thing, but can just about see onto this Kalishi, so we're going to try and take her down on 2 extra dice for the sniper scope, so 5 dice hitting on 4s. Ouch, painful, so 4 hits, and I'm going to roll my survives.
Ha!
Cocked dice there as they hit your hand, Ross, we'll have all them back, thank you. No. So I can roll well when I shoot, but not when I save. 1 dead Kalishi. So I've moved my Cypher with the specialist. He's going to shoot Ross in the eye, but can see the sniper most importantly. So 3 dice, hitting on 3s against the Cypher specialist with his unnecessary use of a light missile launcher.
It's for the armour.
Oh, look at that. 3 at the minute with an 8.
Another 8.
4. Got to save them. Saved on 6s, I believe, isn't it, Ross?
It is, Andrew. Can I use your dice? I know.
Well, he saved 1, but that is a dead specialist, I'm afraid. So Ross has moved this troop up into the space occupied by the dead sniper. And he's now going to shoot back at my my Cypher specialist with the light missile launcher. 3 dice on 5.
Come on, 8s. It's about time.
Yeah. Oh, he gets some 8s, so 2 at the minute. 2. So I've got 1 point of armour, and I need to survive on 3 dice. I've got 2 survives and the armour, so he's okay. So I've moved this Kalishi up here, and I'm going to shoot down through that gap onto the space monkey. You could just about see through that gap. So 1 extra dice for the height, hidden on 5s. 2. And Ross, what do you get to survive on that?
6s.
For the space monkey?
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Rubbish.
Oh, he's got 1. Might be 2. There's 1, so he's wounded. So this marionette has moved in to support the Cypher, and he's going to shoot at the Indige as well. Just 3 dice, shooting on 5s. 1 hit. Oh, he's done enough. Kills him, takes out that Indige. So Ross had passed a couple of actions, which is why it looked like he wasn't doing anything, because he's wanted to keep the initiative. So he's got moved a trooper up there at the back, another one, and he's going to try a shot at this Kalishi. So 3 dice, hitting on 5s.
Andy won't let me use his dice. Just one that out there.
Oh, but that's why, because you hit so well with your own. There's 1 hit. Excellent. So I do have to make it survive, though. 3 dice. Oh, only just, but we made it with the 5. So at the end of that round, my prime is just going to stay there, actually. He's only got range 3 on his pistol, and I don't want to move up too far, because then I'll be in chompy range of the Teratons. We need to roll for this smoke to see if that disappears, so we'll just do that now. And it stays. Whoop. So at the end of round 1, these are the positions for my guys. So we've got some Asterians over here, a couple of Black Talons there, the Black Talon Prime at the back, a little glut of Cyphers here. My only remaining Kalishi though is this one stuck up the top here. It was a little bit close to Teratons, to be honest. There's another Cypher Warden down there. We are going to look around here. We have a Teraton hiding at the back here. Ross has come around to Ross's side of the table. We have another Teraton here. Sorak, who in my previous games against Ross has been one of his MVPs. We have a Craw, a couple of Troopers, and that's it for the moment. Where's the rest of your army gone, Ross?
I'm building this bed pile here.
Oh, okay.
Can I?
Start round 2. Ross will go first because he's got the initiative. He only has 3 command dice now, having lost his Indige Infiltrator, and after re-rolls he gets an extra move, a extra dice, and a shoot. I get one of my splats, which is to add a dice to a survive roll for a Scyther or a Black Talon, but only in shooting. I get 2 extra fights, they are re-rolls as you can imagine, and 1 extra dice. So at the start of round 2, Ross is going to activate this Teraton. He's going to use a shoot dice to use his one-use frag to target this Kalishi's cube. Now you might think he can't see it from there if we come down to the level of the Kalishi, But because the cube is actually 3 centimeters, 3 inches high, we're thinking that he can just about from the top of his model see the top of the cube, even though he can't see the model within it. So we're going to let that be a frag. So it's a frag, so he automatically hits the cube. It's 3 dice hitting on 4s. 2. Kalishi has 3 dice, surviving on 5s. Oh, that's what we love. Yes, so he'll be blasted outside of that cube and pinned though. And he got blasted from the frag backwards into this cube, so actually didn't take any falling damage, but he is pinned, which will have an impact on how far he can move. So Ross just teleported the Teraton up here, so you can do that because it's a long action now, of course, and use the shoot dice. So this Black Talon just moved forwards to shoot the Craw, just across the way there, because now he's visible because his thing only lasted till the beginning of this turn. His Hide in the Shadows special ability. So 3 dice needing 3s. That would be 3, and there happens to be an 8 in there again. That's 4.
He didn't roll another 8.
I didn't roll another 8. 4 hits, so see if this Craw can survive.
1.
Saves with 1. So there's a dead Craw. This Cypher's just moved forwards 1 cube, and he's going to shoot over the back there to that troop he can just about see there. So 3 dice hitting on 3s. Oh look, there's a miss. There's a miss, Andy.
And no 8s.
No 8s. 2 hits. So 3 dice surviving on 6s. Ross. Or was it 5s? 6s.
No, don't be silly. Have I rolled any 6s?
That's a dead.
I've rolled 5s, obviously. It's
dead
obviously
rep.
6s.
Yeah. So that support drone's moved forwards 1, and he's then going to fire at the troopers over the back there. Should have one of them anyway. The chimes of death come for Ross's Reb troops. When the chimes finish, one will die.
You leave it like it.
Boom. Boom.
What was it, 6s?
3 dice on 5s, but we've weight of fire 1. It's only got 1, but weight of fire.
It's an 8.
It's 2. 2 hits. Oh, he saved
I
him.
made something!
So he's fine. Yay!
Whoop, whoop.
So Ross has moved his Teraton forwards 1 cube as a short action, and then another cube with a move dice, and now he's got a flame. Ah! These guys in here, which is actually quite bad. So range 2. 1 use only for his hand flamer.
Is it?
You get 2 hits, one of which is an 8.
I forgot 2. It's on a 6.
So just 1 hit on those guys in the cube. They all have to roll to survive. So because he only got 1 success, the 2 ciphers will be fine, because although it burns gives an AP 1, it's only when they activate, which they'll have to do at this round, unfortunately. So there's no point in rolling for their survives, but I do need to roll for the Kalishi. So if 1 success, I need to roll 5s. So yeah, fine, no problem. So I'm going to activate this Black Talon, who's not going to move. He's just going to shoot at the Teraton who's standing above him. Throw an extra dice into that, so the Teraton gets an extra 1, and Ross is throwing an extra 1 as well to try and survive it. So 4 dice hitting on 3s. 3 hits. 2 at the minute. 3, and he had tough and armor anyway. I'm going to activate this cipher here, so he will need to roll for it burns. So Ross, do you want to roll 3 dice on 4 pluses to see what he does damage wise? Ouch! And these are AP 1, so he's got 2, 3. Oh my word, it's a dead cipher. 4. Right, I get my 3 dice to survive, and I made 1 with an 8, 2 with an 8. 2 dice, but they're still enough because he's a vulnerable, so he is dead because AP 1 as well. We're going to have to activate this cipher, I think, unfortunately. So he's going to activate again, see what the fire does this time. If it kills him, it'll be bad for me. Oh, jeez. So you can play about my 8s. So there they go. 2.
Let's calm at that.
5. Well, my 3 dice. Oh, 3.
We got survive 5.
Yeah.
Well done.
4. AP 1.
Yeah.
Vulnerable. Dead.
2 victory.
So that red trooper has moved to there. He's going to shoot at this marionette. So 3 dice, hitting on 5. 4 dice for height, sorry, hitting on 5. Oh, look at all these 8s that are coming out now, Diggle. 3.
Did you have to tell people my surname is awful?
That's nice, Diggle. Surviving, gets 1 at the minute. 2.
Got all these 8s coming out.
So he actually takes a wound. I regret this, but he is going to move forwards. 1, and then he's going to throw this frag grenade that was on the floor up onto this guy. So you just need 1 success on a 5. So here's the falling damage. He fell although he fell 2 levels, you only count the 1 level beyond 1 that he goes. So it's 3 dice of 5 plus for the 1 level extra he fell. No damage, but he's pinned, and that might have an impact. So this Khaleesi's going to stand up because I really want to get onto that Teraton, but he does have to take this burn damage first. So let's see if Ross can wipe out most of my army with 1 blooming flamer.
Oh, piece of Jesus.
Oh, you're kidding.
Colts.
Oh, this is the most toxic flamer I have ever seen. Well, for what it's worth, I will roll my survives. Oh,
They're the most toxic dice I have ever seen.
2 8s. I actually got 4 of those, so I take a wound. He survives. Sorry, so I did stand up and charge into this. Ross will only be able to defend, of course. He'll get an extra dice though for being bigger, and he'll get extra dice for me being wounded. I'll get an extra dice for moving in, and an extra dice for him being pinned. So it's 5v5. Here's mine on 3s. There's an 8 in there. Of course there's an 8 in there. Of course.
Have you ever not rolled it?
Right, I do have Frenzy 1 though, so we'll...
It's an 8.
Roll that one again. So that one missed, but that was already hit.
Yeah,
so it's 2, 4, 5 hits. What are you surviving on?
On a 4. 5, is it? 5.
Yeah, so you got 3 survives.
Got armour 1, but you've got AP.
Armour 1 doesn't count, but you are tough. So you are wounded. But you do get to stand up. So the Sorex jumped up here, and he's going to shoot down onto the marionette. You can just about see him. So 4 dice. He's using his pistol, actually, rather than his blaster. Three hits. Wow. Survives. Oh, he gets 3 survives. I'm not going to roll the other one because he's fine. So Black Talon Prime has moved up here, and he's going to shoot at that Sorek who's just now exposed himself. Ooh, madam.
Ooh, matron.
3 dice hitting on 3s. 3 hits.
No 6s. No 8s even.
No 8s.
Sorry, on 5s.
1 survive at the moment. 2 survives, so take a wound. Ross's Reb Trooper's going to fire at my drone, support drone. Ouch! 3 hits. And surviving. 2 at the moment. 3, he's fine.
Anyway.
So just coming back, I hadn't realised the defence is 6 actually for the shield drone, for the support drone, sorry, so I need to roll 1 more of these 8s again. I didn't get it, so it takes a wound. So the last action of that turn was this Scythe Warden just to move up there. And at the end of round 2, it is 12 points for the Asterians versus 9 for the Rebs because of that amazing flame attack that they did. Wow, so actually things have changed quite a bit. Start round 3. I have got a shoot, extra activate, 2 extra activations, and an extra dice. And Ross has got a extra dice, a shoot, and a splat. Now he can't re-roll his, so he's stuck with those. So Ross gets to go first. He's activated his Teraton, who is going to fight against my Khaleesi. We're both throwing an extra dice in, and we are both wounded. So Ross is going to be rolling 6 dice because he's bigger than me, and I will be rolling 5 dice. Ross is hitting on 4s, and I'm hitting on 3s. Oh, look, you said about my 8s before, didn't you? Oh, he's run out of dice. Okay, that's the 3 there as well. What's that?
7.
7 dice. Okay, well here's my 5. I'm hitting on 3s. Okay, I've got Frenzy 1. This is going to need to be a lot of 8s after this. I get 3. Obviously that's nowhere near that, so there's 1 dead Kalishi. After killing that Kalishi, Ross is now spending a shoot dice to use his hand flamer, 1 use hand flamer to flame this cube with the Black Talon and the shield drone in. Not shield drone, the support drone, sorry.
I'll be shooting the support one,
So he has to hit the cube, hit on 5s, gets 1. Right, so I have to make a save against that. Forgot to clarify, Ross was targeting the drone, so saving against those 6s. None, so the drone is dead, but the cube is also on fire. This Cypher has moved up here, and he's going to clear shot down onto the Teraton. So that's 6 dice, hitting on 3s. That would be 6 hits.
None.
Oh, none. So that is 1 dead Teraton. I play a shoot dice to use this Cypher to shoot at that unactivated Reb Trooper over there. So 3 dice hitting on 3s. So we get 3 at the moment. 4. Surviving on 6s. 1. So that's another dead troop. Extra activation to move this marionette up 1 to here, and he is going to shoot at the Sorak. 3 dice hitting on 5s. 1 8 at the moment. Just 1 hit, but I only need 1 success, but he's surviving on 5s. Oh, so he's fine. Sorak has moved. I probably should have done something better to kill him actually, but anyway. So he's moved, picked up the ammo piece that was there, and he's now going to clear shot this Cypher, which is bad for me. So he's only got a pistol, but he's on 6 dice, hitting on 5. Okay, let's go for it. Oh, what a surprise. Another 8, Ross.
But only 3 successes.
3 successes. So I've got a point of armour, and I need to roll 3 dice, surviving on 5s. So he's fine. And Ross then played his splat so that I can't shoot that guy. We're going to activate this Black Talon, who's going to move up to here. He's then going to shoot down onto the Teraton. 1 extra dice for height, which means he'll be rolling 4 dice on 3s. 2 hits. Oh, which is not going to be enough, so there's no point in even rolling.
Yeah, that's true.
I will play an extra activation. I'm going to activate this Black Talon because I don't have a lot else I can do, to be brutally honest. So activate him, and he'll need to do his fire test, but then I'm going to shoot over at that Red Trooper there who hasn't activated yet.
4 pluses.
So 4 pluses for the flames against the Black Talon. 2. So here we go to survive against those. It's an 8. It's another 8. And a 7. So he's okay. Doesn't take any damage and the flames go out. Shooting. 2 hits against that Red Trooper. And he's dead. Repositioned with his other short action into this cube, so to give his friend a buddy, so that if the Teraton attacks me, he's got more chance of surviving. So Ross has teleported up into combat with these 2 Black Talons, so he will be bigger and moving in, so he is going to fight them on 4s.
5 dice.
5 dice on 4s, and I will be fighting back because it's the same, it's 5s for fighting and for surviving, so I'll fight on 5s. I get 4 dice for a friend. Oh, that's bad. Just 1. Just 1. I'm glad I fought. Oh, look at that. So I'll take that one out because it's a miss. 2 8s. Those don't count. But I am AP1 as well. No, I'm not. Sorry. Beg your pardon. I was thinking of...
so I'm fine.
Thinking of the leader. So 3 hits. But tough one is saved, and then tough and armour saved the others. Oof. But they survived. That's the key thing. So at the end of that round, I just made the last 2 activations. These guys just move forwards because it's breakthrough at the end of the day, and it's actually still quite. Although I could get extra dice by moving into combat with this guy, it's still really hard to kill a Teraton in close combat with Asterians when McLeese are all dead. So at the end of round 3, I am on 17, and Ross is on 12. So Ross came back very well at the start of round 3, but I managed to get a few points extra at the end there by taking out the Territon particularly. Start round 4. This is what Ross gets. He gets a splat, a move dice, and a fight dice. I don't think he was massively impressed by them. The fight dice probably helpful though. I get a shoot, 2 moves, and an extra activation. So Ross is going to repeat the same action here. Clear shot again onto the Cypher. See if he can blow him up. Oh, that's a pretty good roll. 4. 2 at the minute. 1's an 8. 3 with an armour as well. Yeah, he's fine. Loves it. So Ross then moved with a move dice his guy down here and a short action to sit in that cube. And then he's played his splat, so he's now invisible. To shooting at least. So I'm going to move in here with this, with my prime. He used a move dice to get to him. Ross's guy is wounded and I've moved in, so I'm getting 5 dice fighting on 4s. It's not great, is it? Just 2.
I could live. I won't, but I could.
Surviving with Ross. He gets 1 survive, but that does slice him up. So Ross is going to activate his Territon and fight the Black Talons.
4 dice.
4 dice, and I will also get 4 dice as well for having a friend. He gets 4 dice for having bigger. I will fight, and he is fighting. Oh, 1 dice. That's not great. I am fighting on 5 for the Black Talon. 2, but obviously tough and armour, keep him alive. But I survived that. He's going to play a fight dice. Do the same again.
And change my dice.
Yeah.
And use Andy's.
Yeah. A bit better. Well, at least it's an 8. Yeah, it was an 8. Got a chance. Oh, 1 again. So if I get a decent roll here, maybe I'll actually put a wound on him for once. No.
My Territons can only shoot, apparently.
So these Black Talons aren't stupid, so they're actually just going to activate and do nothing. I moved my Cypher Warden up there. He's just going to go and try and score some objectives. I moved my Marionette up there with a move dice a little bit further, and that Cypher just there. So these guys are just heading towards the end board. And that is the end of turn 4. So at the end of round 4, I am on 18 with the Asterians, and Ross is stuck on 12 actually, so he didn't score any off that last round, unfortunately. He's only actually got his Territon left, but that Territon can do some serious damage if he manages to roll decently. He used all his 8s earlier on, that's the problem.
And you actually do stuff instead of just saying, I'm activating.
Activating, do nothing, yeah, very boring. I know it's a bit boring, but they really are not going to take him down. Start of turn 6, these are the dice we rolled. So Ross got a fantastic combination there with extra activations, which are really useful when you only have 1 model left.
Can you let me use them both in my first turn?
Yeah, just keep activating the same model again and again.
Oh, yeah, that's even better.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
I get a shoot dice, 2 splats, which are useless because they only count for defending against shoots, and a move dice. So even that's with rerolls, and that's not very useful for me either. So Ross is going to fight with his Territon. He can't really do much else. He's going to throw an extra dice at it, so he's going to be rolling 5 dice. And I will be fighting back with my Black Talons on 4 dice because I got a friend in there. See if he can do some decent hits this time.
He can actually hit more than once.
Oh, that's a bit better, but it's still not amazing, but it's probably enough.
Got 4.
4, yeah. And I try and survive. I try and fight, sorry. Just 1, but it is an 8. Just 1, so that's 1 dead Black Talon. 2 victory points, 2 Ross.
And then I'm going to use an extra activation and do nothing.
Yeah, on those models that aren't there. This is shield for the previous Black Talon, so 2 dice. Got both of them.
He's still got 1 through.
Which still got 1 through, so he still died. So as there's 1 now, I am going to try and move him out into here. So that then he'll get a clear shot back, but I have to survive moving out. So this is my guy moving out of the cube.
I think I got 3 bucks out of him.
3 at the minute, 1 of which is an 8. 3. Oh, that's pretty bad. So I'm going to try and survive, obviously, 3 of those. That's what I have to do anyway. Fires, none. Oh dear. 2 shield though. None. He's dead. Another 2 victory points. That was a bit of a rash move. I didn't need to do that, but if I'd have got through and I had a shoot dice, I could have potentially done some damage on that Teraton, but yeah, silly me. So obviously we're losing those 2 Black Talons there. That took Ross up to 16, and all I did for the end of the game was I moved the Marionette who was there and the Cypher who was there off, and in this scenario they get 1 extra victory point in addition to their normal points, so that scored me an extra 5 points. So the end game is 16 points to Ross and his Rebs and 23 to the Asterians. So how about that? That was fun, wasn't it?
It was. I almost crawled it back.
Crawl. So that was quite a big swing game there. I took out a lot of your guys early on. You probably left them a bit exposed, a few of them, didn't you? And I managed to...
Because I'm rubbish at this game.
Managed to pip off your leader, which was probably a bit of a mistake. But you could have put the splat on him.
I forgot I could use it because I've done an extraction dice on him.
Yeah. So, I mean, I scored 10 points in that first round, I think, wasn't it? 1 was from intel, but the rest were from kills. And that, whilst I ended up swapping, I think about 4 points for giving you Kalishi to shoot, it put me in a good position. But then Ross came out with absolutely storming action with the Teratons there. Both
Flamethrower.
Yeah, so he took off my Asterian Specialist, he took off another Cypher, so that was 5 victory points taken from that. And he put a wound on the Kalishi, which... I'm not sure I can't remember if it made a big factor, but obviously...
It's an extra dice once you're in combat.
Yeah, absolutely. So it made a difference on how I played with him. So did you enjoy the game though?
I did. Yeah, I don't like your dice though.
Oh, well, you saw that my dice had lots of 8s earlier on, and then who had all the 8s?
Bent dice. Bent dice.
They are bent. They're 8s, aren't they? They're funny shapes.
Yeah.
But,
call my jokes.
Yeah. But you can see that there was a lot of swings, wasn't there? I got a lot of 8s earlier on, which mattered for deleting his models. Stop doing that. And then Ross got a load of 8s later on, which actually ended up deleting my models. So I think it's quite good. With the scenarios, it was the breakthrough, the version 2. Why are you looking at me like that? Freaking out. Version 2 like that. That extra victory point didn't make a huge difference. It still would, effectively, the game would have been a 20-point win. But it gave me a few extra victory points. But there is the incentive, obviously, by having an extra victory point per model that gets off the board by encouraging you to push on that way. And actually...
You played the scenario.
Yeah, absolutely. But actually, your Teraton, if he'd have... We didn't have another round, but if he'd have got off...
He'd have before.
He'd have 20.
Yeah.
And that's our time. Right, thank you very much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, catch us on Weight of Fire podcast, or like us on the Facebook page, and take care and keep playing Deadzone. Bye.
Dun 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 dun.